So that shiny new game just came out, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game first and first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. I played this game for 3-ish hours, and this is probably a hot take, but I actually like this game for the most part. At time of writing this, the game is at 54% on Steam, so reviews are mainly not that good. I think the main reason for that is that this game is seemingly nothing like the first game, and removed a lot of features that the first game had. I've never played the first game though, so I'm just looking at this as any other game. Let me start with some negatives first. This game's performance was really bad for me, especially the 1% FPS lows, which would cause noticeable and frequent frame dips. This game is UE5, and a lot of UE5 games have stutter issues, and this is one of them. However, one thing on that, around the 1 hour mark, I restarted my game, I changed from full screen to windowed full screen, and then back to full screen, and then my game was noticeably smoother from that point on. I have no idea what exactly I did that helped, but the other 2 hours I played was much better. I still had stutters though, of that there is no doubt, but it was much more manageable after that. Also, I had another issue, where textures seemed to not load properly for some items here and there. Restarting seemed to have fixed some of those, but again, not all of it. I can't tell if it's a design choice or if some things just aren't loading properly. It's not a whole lot of items though, but I tend to notice small things like this. Those are my 2 biggest complaints for the game. My third problem is that this game is very basic in some ways. There's no inventory, the game world isn't really interactive at all other than a few items that you can pick up, and you can't go into any buildings that isn't part of a quest. Another complaint is that there's no FOV or blur sliders, which I'd really like. The FOV feels way too close sometimes, especially for me who likes higher FOV. The game also has a bit of fisheye camera effect too. It's kinda weird. It's not necessarily bad or good, it's just unique. I'd probably turn that off if I could too. How the skill tree works is there's 6 clans, and when you begin the game you choose to be part of one of them. Each clan has their own main skills as well as their own unique passive skill. All of the passive skills revolve around feeding, meaning when you drain someone's blood. One clan gets stronger physically after feeding, one gets harder to detect, and so on. Even though each clan has their own main skills, about 4 each, you can still unlock skills from other clans, but it does require a lot more work. When you rank up normally, you can use those rank up points to unlock your main clan skills. Simple. But to unlock others, you'll need to feed off of people around the map that are in specific emotional states. Once you get the required amount of each emotional state, you can then unlock a skill from a different clan. I haven't done this myself yet though. I've only stuck with my clan's main skills so far. Also, when you choose a clan, each clan has a rating on them: easy, normal, and hard. That means how easy or hard it is to use that clan's specific abilities. The clan I chose was the La Sombra clan, which is labeled as hard, and I've unlocked all 4 active skills for this clan. I can lock an enemy in place temporarily with shadows, I could teleport into an enemy's shadow from behind, I can cause someone to become terrified and start running around, and then the 4th ability is one I haven't tested yet as I just unlocked it before I got off the game. This one makes it so that anyone touched by your shadow gets sucked into another dimension with you. I guess it would be easier to isolate enemies that way. While the skill tree isn't that big, the skills are fun to use so far. You can't customize your character all that much. You can choose male or female, choose a few different hair, face makeup, piercings, and eye colors, and then for the outfits I had none unlocked to begin with. Those will unlock as you play. Besides your clan skills, you have some basic vampire skills too. You can use heightened senses to sense enemies better, smell blood better if that's part of a mission, and to see interactable items easier. You also have telekinesis. You can't pick up any item with your hands, but you can levitate some interactable items, usually only weapons. You could levitate a bottle and throw it at an enemy, or you could kill an enemy, levitate the weapon that they have, like a crowbar, and then throw that. These are all one-time use weapons though, they all disintegrate once used. You can also levitate guns, which is my favorite to do. They'll shoot until empty and then you throw the gun. The map for this game isn't that big, but it does feel nice to me. There are also some random items that you can find. They aren't that common, but they are bottles that will go to your quick use slots. They'll do things like give you more health or up your defenses or your attack. Normal game stuff. So one thing about this game that really surprised me though was the maneuverability, and that's one reason why the map didn't feel too small, even though it is pretty small. I just finished playing Dying Light the Beast like last week, and all Dying Light games have a lot of parkour and climbing and rooftop running. This game, to a smaller degree, has that too. You can run and climb up buildings if there's things to grab onto, and then you can glide off of buildings too. It's not flying, it's falling with style, as Woody would say. Being able to jump around the map like this really took me off guard. I didn't expect that at all, and I really like it actually. The world as a whole looks really good graphically. Everything is vibrant and realistic. It genuinely is one of the better looking environments I've seen in a game recently. The character models are a little hit and miss though. The main main characters that you come across are pretty well detailed, but the NPCs out and about are a little more fake looking. You can also feed off of or kill seemingly any NPC in the world that's not part of a quest. However, police and other people will start to hunt you down if your meter goes past a certain point. If you're too open about being a vampire, that's called breaking the Masquerade, and that is not a good thing. You want to keep all vampire activities secret from the humans. That only happened to me once, where I broke the Masquerade because I drained someone's blood in the middle of the road. People ran away screaming and I was being hunted, so I ran and hid, and then it just went away after a while. There is a decent amount of people just walking or standing around, but I haven't seen any vehicles driving at all. It's all parked cars and snow. The story for this game is actually interesting, at least to me. Your character is a powerful older vampire, but has been sleeping for the past 100 years, so he's way out of the loop, and the world has changed a lot from the 1920s. He goes by the name of Fire. Another vampire and investigator found him, and then Fire woke up because of that and killed the investigator, on accident that is. He also went on a huge killing spree, but that wasn't really him, that was more like the beast within him because he just woke up. Anyways, the investigator is then somehow in his head with him. Even though his body is dead, he's somehow in Fire's head talking to him. You'll talk to him in your head quite a bit, and at one point I played as the investigator in the past, and I got to use his clan's unique skills too. I won't go further into the story from there, but I'm actually pretty into this story and this game as a whole. I have zero experience with vampire games, and I'm actually liking being a vampire for once. It's fun. I won't suggest that you go out and buy this game, especially with how many negative reviews that there are. I'd suggest you look at multiple sources to determine if you want this game. I have some complaints too, and the performance definitely needs work. To me though, this game is fun to play, despite its quirks and its issues. Though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.